All right.
Hello.
Here we are. Ugh. Note to self, don't host a live on the week that you're having all the tech issues. So everybody knock on wood, cross their fingers, do all the good vibe things.
It's not like you knew.
I know, right? I know. We planned this so long ago, but welcome everybody. So excited. So excited. There's quite a few of you here live
There
with us.
are 92. Wow.
Woohoo.
Maybe more will come too.
And of course, if you're watching the replay, we love that as well. Chari and I decided to do middle of the day.
Yeah.
Switching things up.
Because we don't like doing it super late at night. Oh, we got a thumbs up there, Jen.
Oh, did it do it?
Those things. Like Greg was doing last night.
I know. Oh my gosh. I have the magic of Greg. Wait, wasn't he doing
Why does
a heart?
it only work for you?
I don't know.
Oh,
what was the other thing he was doing?
He did this. When he did the cut. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I won't. That's a very.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Well, if you guys look at me with the fireworks. If you guys missed it last night, Hero Arts hosted another one of their crafty chats with Jennifer McGuire. And on their live was Kelly Marie from Lawnfawn and Greg from Concord and Ninth. And so those crafty chats are so fun. If you've been missing them, I recommend putting on the replays and just listen. You don't even have to watch. You'll miss the fireworks that Greg was putting off. But yeah, it's like a podcast.
They're not even doing anything, although they did show some fun pictures last night. But
yeah, they did. Yeah, I know. They were talking about Jennifer laying on the grass of our trade show booth, the Lawnfawn trade show booth, and right away I was looking for it in my photos, and then Not So Crafty Mike, her brother, tagged me and was like, please send me that photo, and I'm like, on it. So well, Chari, do you want to explain? I mean, I feel like I run the live when we do Create With Us, and I run the live when we do classes together, but why don't you run the live?
Okay. Well, this will be so I don't know if anyone remembers the first time I did Adventures in Cardmaking, which was, what did I say, 2019?
Yeah,
it's been a long time,
pre-pandemic, so it's been a really long time.
And it was, I only did it twice and then things got crazy. So we did the polls just like we did with this, and then I did stories where I just kind of took pictures of what I was doing. So it wasn't really a video or a live. It was a lot of work to take pictures. Video tutorials take a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jen, you mentioned let's do something fun that's a little different. And I was like, well, why don't we bring back the Adventures in Cardmaking ideas so that everyone can be involved and kind of choose your own adventure is kind of the idea, those books where you're like, do you go to the left or the right of the fork in the road? And then it sends you to whichever page. So that's kind of the idea. So Jen was willing to play along.
Well, I figured I have to be willing because whenever I come up with the crazy ideas, Chari is always like, sure. So not that this is a crazy idea, but
no, and it's not as scary to me as, what is it that they do? The craft roulette. I can't. I need to know ahead of time what's happening.
Well, we'll talk about that in just a minute, the difference between Chari and I, but I just wanted to chime in a little bit about that. I think Chari and I were chatting a little bit about how all the new stamps and dies and papers from Lawnfawn get so much love. I mean, Lawnfawn does such a great job with Inspiration Week and with their intro videos, and the design team hits it out of the park every single time. And we plan a create with us, our mini free classes. I plan online classes all around the new releases. And one thing that I talk about all the time about Lawn Fawn is I absolutely adore that they don't retire stuff very frequently because everything coordinates together. So, and Chari and I do sometimes teach online classes together, and we do tend to use previously released items that have been out for a while. And so we thought these adventures in card making could kind of share the love or shine the spotlight back on some of those vintage lawn fawn items.
Bestseller loved sets that you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
already
So
had because
yeah,
we
so
don't like
Chari was
forget
looking
about
up
them.
like what sets sold the most, and we're really hoping that some of you will have some of these supplies. I mean, I love to enable, and Shari's really good at inspiring people for purchases as well. But we're really hoping what we pull out today, besides just butterfly kisses, we hope you guys will have these supplies if you want to create along or recreate the cards or what have
Or
you. But
something similar.
yeah,
It was
but as
really
always,
hard to Jen not pick mermaids for
I
one of the
know.
choices.
I was actually really rooting for Unicorn Picnic. I have not given any love to that stamp set.
I think
So
that
on
was your pick. Didn't we both pick one?
Butterfly Kisses,
That first
yeah.
one. So yeah.
I actually secretly went on all my Instagram accounts and voted for Unicorn Picnic, but it still didn't work.
Actually, the dies for a while were neck and neck. They were pretty close.
I know.
For a while, they were like 50-50, and I'd have to go look, and I'd be like, well, technically, it's not really 50-50. Like, one was like 2 votes ahead, but yeah. We knew Platform Pop-Up was popular, so I was kind of surprised, but just edged it right out.
I know. This is so funny. So before we kind of flip the screen and we start working, Kelly was so sweet. She messaged Chari and I a little while ago, and she's like, have so much fun. And she's going to try to pop in around her meetings today. And I'm like, I get to hang out with Chari and create and with all the fun Lawn Fawn fans. I mean, this is a blast. But Chari and I very frequently are almost constantly texting each other behind the scenes and voice messaging each other and sharing what we're making and asking advice on what we're creating and all the things. And we have noticed over the years, because we've been friends for quite some time, that Chari creates in a very different way than I create. So we were doing a little bit of testing this morning, and I saw her desk. Chari, do you want to make a confession?
That I plan everything out.
So
Jen was like, I had my camera flipped, and she goes, I see what you did.
Yeah.
I see your sketch there.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't not have some sort of plan.
Yeah. Chari is definitely a sketcher and a planner. I mean, I was nervous I wasn't going to be able to find butterfly kisses because we use this in my classes at Firefly Farm, which means I sent it to one of my peeps that kits for me. And I wasn't quite sure it went back where it belongs. So I actually got in a little bit of a panic yesterday that I might not even have butterfly kisses. So I have no plan. And Chari had the whole sketch.
Good. We're very different.
Yeah.
We have very different styles. You get the inky messy, which you know that I cannot handle sometimes.
You can't, but you are open to trying it, and I love that.
I am. I took a messy class from Jen.
Yep.
And I shared my mess with her.
And Sharon.
Oh yes, Sharon's was even messier, and I was texting Jen during class, being like, "I don't like it."
Yeah, Chari was panicking a little bit. It was kind of cute, and but so I don't really sketch like Chari does, but my brain marinates ideas without me even really realizing it. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, we're so excited. We did the polls on Lawn Fawn Stories. And for those of you that don't know, what won on the polls was butterfly kisses, backdrop dies. So there was a little bit of confusion I saw in my comments. It didn't have to be the specific backdrop dies that were in the photo. It could be any backdrop dies. And then we did kind of like a bright palette and a pastel palette. And the bright palette won. So yeah.
Which is good. I struggle with pastel.
Well, I was kind of thinking, again, I was really rooting for that unicorn picnic and how the pastel palette would have been really pretty. Oh yeah, would have been really pretty with unicorn picnic. Again, I was really, really trying.
We were just completely pulling things out of a hat. We did think it through.
Yeah,
we have different ideas for July, so it won't be colors, it'll be something else. And,
so if you didn't know, we're doing this again in July, and right now the video is already scheduled on Lawn Fawn's YouTube channel, so you can automatically tap that little bell to be notified as a reminder. And Lawn Fawn's really great about posting about it, so we'll remind you. And then I've been sharing and sending it out in my email newsletter as well. So anyways, I feel like we've been chatting a whole lot and we haven't.
I was reading some comments.
Are we missing any important?
No, I haven't seen any questions yet. I'm the type A crafter. Yes, that's correct. But Libby says she's wearing her shark merch right now.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Libby.
Brienne is not.
Brienne, go change right now.
She's rocking the Bruins today, she said.
Oh, I'm going to switch this screen a little bit. I want our hands at the top because it's okay if our faces get cut off a little. So I'm going to try this screen a little bit only because I think it'll be fun for you guys to obviously see who's doing what. So I have Chari's table above her head, and my table above my head. So, yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see.
If anything, we can switch it to just desks.
We can always switch it to just desks if we want. This is a very casual. The other question was like, where's the downloadable handout? There is none. No handout. No handout.
It's just for fun. Just for fun.
And then if you are playing along today, or you're watching the replay, or you're going to play along later, whatever, we're doing the hashtag LF Cardmaking Adventures, which is on the bottom of the screen in the grass. And be sure to tag Lawn Fawn and Chari Moss and Jen Shirkus so we can see what you made, because that's really fun for us too.
That's the fun in it.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Chari, do you remember that? Look at her. She already has images stamped. I'm lucky I wet my stamp chamois, you guys.
I was nervous.
Do you remember the date in July? Because I don't know that.
July 30th.
All right, July 30th.
Yes.
Question: Are the teal paints in our rooms the same? It looks really cute on the screen. It does look like we're in the same room.
I don't think they're exactly the same.
No, we have different.
Yours at like Home Depot, didn't you?
Yeah, it's different brand paints, but very similar.
They're pretty close.
Not necessarily.
I told her what my color was, but it came from Lowe's. It was a Sherwin-Williams color. I think mine is called Refresh.
I think mine is Bear, and I think it's Rainfall. I plan on sharing all of that when I get more settled. And I obviously knew what Chari's color was, but I wasn't really thinking of that when I was picking my paint.
It's just a Jen color.
Yeah.
She was very excited to be able to paint her new bathroom.
I was so excited. That was my one. Not that I don't like to say regret, because you're not supposed to have regrets in life, but I wished before we moved into our last home, which we were just renting, I do wish I had painted my studio. So That was the one thing. And then I kind of forgot about that because we were very quickly moving into our new home that we were buying. And I thought of it last minute, but I was very, very lucky that my friends, Brad and 27, who I call the boys, they drove down from Boston one afternoon, evening, and painted my room for me like 2 days, 3 days before we moved in.
Because it's like so much better to paint it before you got all that furniture.
Oh, yeah.
That is like my mom, when we moved into this house, my mom was like, you don't need to paint it just yet. You can paint it later. I was like, oh, heck no. I'm not. Like the furniture wasn't even assembled. It was still in the IKEA box. I was like, well, we're going to paint around those. And then we'll put the furniture in. And I haven't regretted it at all.
And my big cube unit, which is now to the side of me, but it's the Kallax unit, but it's not even the Kallax, it's the Expedit. Like that's how old mine is, and it's moved multiple times with me. So I'm so thankful it's survived the moves because it's a big unit and it's IKEA, so but I knew like once I got it in place in this room, that's it. Like I don't want to ever have to move it again.
Well, and once you have all your stuff on all these shelves, you don't want to move it again. Like we really want to put hardwood floors down, and the thought of moving this stuff out to rip up this carpet, I mean, it would be worth it, but also yikes.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that don't know, Chari is in North Carolina. I'm on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. So we call ourselves the East Coast Fawnies. We are not in the same craft room, although it looks like it.
Not.
And
we are on the same coast, though.
Yeah.
Same time zone. I don't live on the coast. I live in the mountains.
In the woods. And yeah, the premise of this card making adventure and card making is just hosting a live, doing a poll, and coming up with something. I mean, I have no plan. Chari has stamped images and a sketch. So here we go.
So we'll try to pay attention to questions too. Yeah, if you guys put question in big capitalization, it's easy to find them.
Yeah, that will help us. But this is really, honestly, laid back, chill, fun time together, giving some love to some older, I don't like to say older, but previously released vintagey.
This one's not even that old. I should have looked up to see how old it was.
Oh yeah, we should have probably done that. This one actually, is not that old.
We don't want to go too old with our products.
I mean, we could. All right.
Oh, Nancy's here. Happy birthday, Nancy.
Aw, happy birthday, Nancy.
Today is Nancy's birthday. She works for lawnfawn too.
Nancy works so hard behind the scenes.
She does.
Oh, and Monique's prepping for my beachcomber class tomorrow. I love that.
You do have a busy week. You have beachcomber class tomorrow.
Well, the beginning of the week was not fun, you guys. So I'm excited that the rest of this week is filled with fun. Fun.
Let's see. Nancy's asking, I think she asked how we organize stamps.
Nancy's asking?
A different Nancy.
I'm like,
Not Nancy Kruger. Nancy Lee.
Oh, that's cute.
I organize mine by category.
It's cute. Our Nancy said West Coast Funny here.
The Christmas together, the fall together, the summer together, the critters are together. I actually organized mine a long time ago by the way the catalog was. Now the catalog's kind of changed a bit, but I kept my names. So I have, cute critters and brilliant basics and sincere sentiments. Like all the names that were in the catalog, that's what my tabs say. Wonderful winter, awesome autumn, that kind of thing.
And I'm similar. I break it up by company, and then I break it up by category like that. I will say, I know many of you will be so surprised by this, but I finally pulled out all of Lawnfawn's beachy sets and made its own category because I was so sick and tired of going through spring and summer to find them all.
They're just all in the summer section.
Yeah, no. It was taking
too
long.
Well, the question is, did you pull out the one that's Santa and he's beachy, did you put it there or did you put it in Christmas?
He's in beachy because there's some elements in that set that I could use all year round. Okay. Plus, get cracking on Christmas. So yeah, he's in the beachy section.
Because Jen's good and she gets cracking on Christmas all year long.
Yeah, well, I try. I don't know if I'm
someone
good.
Said that Butterfly Kisses was spring 2019.
Oh, that's so funny. That was the last time you did adventures.
I know, right? I didn't use this one, though.
I feel like everything pre-pandemic feels a lot farther away than it was.
I mean,
because we survived.
4 years is a long time.
It is, but I mean,
you graduate high school in 4 years.
True. It looks like a bunch of people are getting ready for class tomorrow. I love it. So if you don't know, I'm teaching a beachcomber class. We are going to be watercoloring all of our images, and I'm so excited. And
I can put a link to it.
I'm really proud of myself that I only used one distress watercolor set. It was pre-mingling all of mine into rainbow order. So we're only using...
I was going to say, did you put them back in their proper ones to do that?
Yeah, it's funny. So anyways, you don't need to own all of them and you don't even need to own them at all. But that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I was going to color my fox the same colors I used for the last Create With Us, but you would think I would remember what that was.
I don't remember any of those. When friendly people ask me what color I use for things, I do not
remember. I'm looking it up.
I just color to color. I just color the colors that look good.
I'm looking it up. I got my coloring guide right here. All right. Oh, that's right. I used E13 and YR00. Okay. I just liked how soft it was. It wasn't like such a harsh, foxy color. Oops.
I don't do things alphabetical because that seems stressful. to make sure I put them back in the right place.
I don't mind. I don't mind flipping.
I remember what they're called.
Yeah, that too. I know. I'm starting to get really bad with the stamp names.
I don't always remember what they're called. I used to be better, but there's a lot of them.
I used to be better when there were more trade shows because I go to all the trade shows. Yeah.
About them now
there's a lot of virtual trade shows, which I do still teach for lawnfawn at those, but I'm not part of all the salesy part of them. So I just, I don't know.
We don't know. Be like, like I said, the set with Santa. I didn't remember exactly what it was called.
I know, right? People will ask me in classes, especially my in-person classes, and I just got to look it up on Lawnfawn's website.
Somebody is starting your class tomorrow with already dirty water. I don't know what to say about that.
I love that. That makes me so proud. So proud. I actually did just dump my water because it has a lot of the new Distress spritzes in it. Because spoiler alert, my Get Crackin' on Christmas was using those. So
she can make us all want to buy them.
Well, I wanted to play with them more, honestly, and that's the whole point of Get Crackin' on Christmas.
I mean, there's shimmery things from Ranger.
I know. Yeah, like shimmer all the things, sparkle all the things, glitter all the things. So let us know in the comments, is anybody, we already know there's a lot of people prepping for class tomorrow. I love that. But is anybody making a card with butterfly kisses?
Someone asked, when we say post and tag, when we make something, she's not sure where to post the pics. She's not on Instagram, just Facebook. You can do it on Facebook too.
So you can do it on Facebook too if you're if you kind of have your settings that your images are private, you can make that one image so that the whole world can see, so that we'll be able to see it if we're not friends with you on Facebook. And again, you just kind of post the photo, and then I think it's like right by the timestamp. It's up there. There's like a little icon that shows a person or a world or something like that. But
I would
Google,
believe whatever you say because I don't do Facebook very much. I'm not
Google's
Facebook proficient.
Google's your friend, but if you post it on Facebook and your account is pretty locked down and your images and stuff are private, we won't be able to see it. So don't be sad if we don't comment or anything. I feel like just when I figure something out on Facebook, it like changes on me. So
all right, I'm going to apologize right now if there's some loud noises because it's trash day and the trash truck just arrived. So it usually comes earlier. I don't know why it's so late today.
Well, I was telling Chari that I have the windows closed right now because we actually have central air in our new place. And for those of you that have been around a while, usually during heat waves like this, which we're having in New England right now, it would be 84% humidity in my studio, and it would be like 10, 15 degrees warmer than the rest of the house because I have the slider door, which is great for light, but not so great for temperature control. So I'm living my best life over here.
She's gotten an upgrade.
Yep.
We were just talking about this earlier.
Yeah. So
and I was like, you didn't have air? I mean, I know I was just there, but I was also
We just had a 1.5 window units. And I say 1.5 because one was really small. And we had
we were also there in September when it wasn't as hot. And
yeah,
there was a hurricane. So
yeah, that was fun. We actually, I mean, we're not as bad as like off Cape Cod and Boston. Like we're much cooler, but hi Josie.
Hi Josie.
Yay. Oh, she's stitching up some unpaper towels. I love it. She is coming down on Sunday, so I can work her to the bone. No, just kidding. Although I do have a big list, Joseph, stuff for the summer. For those of you guys that
post it on your wall again, so you can mark it off.
Oh yeah, Josie loves a good list to mark off. So yeah, we will have a list on a wall. For those of you guys that don't know, Josie lives in New Hampshire and she's a full-time teacher, but she is one of my besties and she's morphed into my first official employee. So she's coming down a bunch this summer to help me get some creative chick stuff done. And I cannot wait because some of the things are things she and I had on the list last summer, but my dad had to go and get sick. So he messed up our plan.
Oh,
yeah.
Dad. Just kidding.
Josie said, I'm not kidding about working her to the bone. Hey, shh. Ooh.
I went and saw Jen one time teaching a class and she put me to work too.
Yeah, I'll put any of my friends to work if you're around.
I drove 2 hours to see her because she was that close and she's like, here, cut this twine.
Yep. That did happen. Oh, that's awesome. Craftacular creator. She's working on, or they are, I shouldn't say she. Actually, I can't see the profile photo. I don't have my glasses on, but they are working on their background and they're using the meadow backdrop. I love that.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's approved.
I did stamp some grass and green was not one of our colors.
That's
okay. It's okay.
Chari's already breaking the rules.
No, we're going to have some teal grass. It's going to be fine. Look, I had a plan.
I know. I can't believe her plan. I just can't. I can't with you.
I didn't always used to be this way, but now I definitely am. Like I got a plan in place or yikes. So I said I don't think I could do that craft roulette stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Like right at that moment.
Nancy's gonna organize her stamp. A different Nancy is gonna organize her stamps.
Nancy's gonna organize her stamps.
All right. What color should my butterflies be? I think maybe in honor of Libby and Brienne being here, maybe I'll do purple.
I was gonna do purple too. It's actually written on there. Look, purple.
Oh, I think it's funny. Are you using your peekaboo backdrop?
I'm using my Foursquare backdrop.
Oh my gosh, I pulled the peekaboo backdrop.
That's funny. We did not talk about this ahead of time.
We did not. The only thing I asked her was if she was pre-stamping and die cutting images first. And I was like, don't tell me anything else you're doing. Libby and Brienne are happy that we're doing purple.
Was Brienne a purple girl too? My mom likes no.
Oh my gosh, is Brienne a purple girl?
My sister's a purple person. My mom loves green.
Oh. Well, I was like,
I don't own like any green clothes, and I realize this every year come St. Patrick's Day that this Irish girl does not own green clothes.
That's funny.
I know.
So I wouldn't have been able to cheer on the Celtics this week.
No, I had a green shirt. I got rid of it because it was kind of baggy, but it was the only one I had. So every St. Patrick's Day, I'm like, oh crap.
You're just gonna have to go borrow your mom's shirts,
I guess. I mean, when I say this Irish girl, like my mom's maiden name is Bailey. It doesn't get much more Irish than that.
I love it. So I'm kind of excited. I finally broke out my universal plate system that I bought for my Spellbinders machine before I moved. I broke it out because I have the hardest time with embossing folders and getting them to work correctly. But the Spellbinders universal plate system makes it so easy. So I've embossed with the universal plate system, but I haven't cut with it yet. So I'm going to break in some new cutting plates today. It's very exciting.
Did I send you the cheat sheet for the sandwiches?
You did. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I haven't really looked at it much. Honestly, the directions in the universal plate system worked really well. So
I think it's just because some of them are like a little bit different than others. I only own one. No, that's a lie. I don't own one embossing folder because I have some Tim Holtz ones, and that's why I bought the universal plate system, but I haven't used it for that purpose yet.
Well,
I know.
I get sent embossing folders from a variety of companies, and I
know.
And I tend to not use them because it usually
I'll have to start using it if lawnfawn ever has embossing folders.
Yeah, it usually just makes me so mad.
It's so mad because it's angry crafting.
Yeah, so I just avoid it altogether. All right, so I'm using my well-loved used pieces of Best Ever Craft tape here.
I'm just using some washi tape. Brienne says that purple is 1/5 of her personality. What's the other
parts?
1/5. That seems very specific, Brienne.
I want to know if Brienne went to go throw on a sweatshirt.
Oh, I'm not the only Irish girl that doesn't own green clothes. Thank you, Melissa. She goes with some aqua. I mean, I got some green socks. I think I have green socks. I don't even know. I have so many socks. This is a weird conversation.
If you are still having an issue with your embossing folders, I know Spellbinders, Chari sent me the link, but Spellbinders has a great
yeah, it's actually, I thought it was a download, but it's actually, if you go to the universal plate listing on the Spellbinders website, it's one of the images, and it's specifically for embossing folders. Like it lists out different brands of embossing folders. Isn't that
All right?
Jen?
We're going to do the first crack.
Oh, because it's a new plate. I was
yeah, look. It's like butterfly. Oh, you can't see it. But butterfly
I can see it a little bit.
Butterfly kisses will be in here forever. I don't know. Something super satisfying about that for me.
Oh, someone else is purple, but it's 80%.
Ooh, 80%.
10% sparkle. Okay, Brianne, what are your other?
I knew that's why we were friends, Brianne.
Oh, that's not her that said that.
Oh.
That was Marcy Crafter said she was 10% sparkle. I'm sure Jen is too, actually.
I'm at least, 10% sounds kind of low for me for sparkle. I mean, my mantra,
more like 25.
My mantra is like glitter all the things, so.
Who thought it was a good idea to stamp all these butterflies?
Well, it doesn't mean you have to color them all.
They're already colored, so clearly you're going to have to cut them out.
All right. Well.
I mean, it's me. I'm the problem.
Yeah, me. I'm the problem. Oh my gosh. All right. Get all my little bits in here. Look at me. I'm colored and die cut, Chari, and I didn't have anything pre-done. I would just like you to know and acknowledge that fact.
I was struggling with Mr. Fox up here. His colors weren't great, and I had to go at it a little different. But
I'm just teasing you.
Go adjust my air conditioner because I feel like it's hot now in here.
Hi, Babs. Babs, are you crafting today? That's the real question. Babs, I met Babs at Firefly Farm last year for the Lawnfawn Soiree, which is an event that they host in Minnesota. And she was there again this year. But I want to know if Babs is crafting. And I know she's laughing right now hearing me ask her that.
Oh, let's see.
All right.
I even stamped my little trails.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like if I have them, they're going to be directly on.
Well, I thought about that, but I kind of wanted them to cross over the line. So,
well, we'll see. I might have to go back and do some trails.
I like to make my images go across the frames sometimes. If anyone's seen cards I've made, you've probably seen me do that.
Oh, yay. People are finding their butterfly kisses. Yeah, I have my flip-flop or in the same stamp pocket,
I wasn't sure where my flip-flop was. I usually keep it with the stamp set, but it wasn't in there, so I did, when I pulled it out, give it an upgrade to a brand new envelope, though. So
yeah. The white bins behind me in my closet, those are IKEA. Or no. Yes.
Yeah, they look like they're
those are yes, those are from IKEA, and they fit the Tim Holtz stamps really, really well. Yeah, another East Coaster. I love it. Just looking at the comments to make sure we didn't miss anything important, you know.
It is hard to craft and read at the same time.
You were doing a lot of that.
I don't know how people, Libby, I don't know how you did this on your own.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how you do this on your own, Jen.
Well, yeah, I do it in my classes. My dad will sometimes watch some of my lives that are public, like not a class. He's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Dad, I'm going to be live tonight, so I won't answer my phone. And he's like, is that something I can watch? And then I'll be like, no, it's a class. Like, I mean, I could give my dad access, but that would just confuse him. So I don't. So, but anyways, when he does watch me live, he's always like, oh my gosh, how do you do all the things and read all the comments?
I am not well versed at the live thing.
Well, you're getting better.
It's take some practice.
I was gonna say you do fine.
Because normally when you guys are doing class, I just read the comments.
Yeah,
having to do things.
Well, when you do classes with me.
That's true. Oh, someone's asking about sneaks. We do not have any prior information. I mean, I know things, but I am not going to tell you.
Chari's officially on the payroll.
True. And I like to keep my job.
I'm unofficially on the payroll, but like we don't own the company, so we can't give away secrets.
Yeah, but we didn't ask that question ahead of time.
Yeah, but we can share secrets about us, Chari. Like Chari and I are going to be teaching an online class this fall. Can anybody guess what the theme is going to be? I bet somebody will. There's that awkward delay, so I'm just going to wait and see if we see
I'm going to go check on my air conditioning setting while.
Okay. I'm just over here glittering all of the things. Bonnie just said, don't forget to glitter, Chari. Oh, she'll glitter at the end.
Mine goes at the end. I'm a end glitterer.
Libby says, Chari, I generally prefer being alone talking to myself than being with actual people.
I mean, I talk to Scout, but she doesn't talk back, so.
Yeah, that's a problem. Oh, yep. Okay. Yep, everybody knows us so well, Chari.
Wow,
everybody's guessing.
That wasn't much of a secret, so good job, guys. A mermaid eating turkey. That's weird.
A mermaid eating turkey? Yep, so we will be teaching a class this fall with Mr. Harvest and his new friend, which Kelly has already shared is coming out in the fall. I don't really want to call her Mrs. Harvest because I don't know if they officially tied the knot. Like, we have to have a discussion with them. They're friends. They're definitely friends, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their personal
Maybe we should come up with a different name for her.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's not necessarily Crow Grow. That's not my favorite.
Tell us how you really feel, Chari.
But I didn't name this stamp set. It's fine.
All right. So I've got my images stamped, colored, cut, glittered. Now,
Me too.
Now I got to figure out what the heck I'm doing with them.
And here is where I catch up.
Yeah. And here I am.
Like the race.
I
am using pattern paper for my background because I love the new pattern paper.
Well, and I'm going to use distress watercolor cardstock, which is also probably a surprise.
And then I'm going to use 2 background dyes. So I have the stitched clouds and also the landscape Foursquare, but I like to use it portrait because I don't like to play by the rules.
So, they need to define their relationship. So yeah, Nancy, our Nancy was just mentioning how she's going to be at lawnfawn headquarters on Saturday because they're having a warehouse sale. Let us know in the comments if anybody else is going to that. I see Chari with an S is going to that.
Is it Chari or Sherry?
Oh, maybe Sherry. I'm saying Chari because that's what Instagram Stories wants to spell your name like that every time I do.
I know, but I've only ever met like 2 other Charis in my life.
I go back and fix it almost every time. Oh yeah, we got lots of Team Stickles too over there.
She fixes my name, but one time in her Instagram story, she didn't fix her own name.
Yeah, my own last name.
In her captions.
Well, it's just like there's so many things to remember on social media to do. It gets a little exhausting sometimes.
camera a little closer because I keep feeling like I'm off camera, although no one has
Honestly,
said
when I hit go live today, I panicked that I didn't, well, because I was so busy checking everything else, I forgot to make sure I had the right live selected, because we have another live in July. I have my Beachcomber lives tomorrow, so my stomach dropped at first, but it all worked out. So all of you wishing you could go to lawnfawn headquarters this weekend, you can just join the Jen and Chari club, because we won't be there either.
We're not going to be there. Although I was just there not that long ago.
I was there in September. So
I was there for a day. Well, I was there for more than a day, but we only went to the office for a day. And maybe some of you people, anybody here, get a Chari thank you card in their order, because I did sign some. I've yet to see anyone claim that.
Huh.
I think I signed about a page and a half or 2 pages worth of orders. Right. Anyway, that was kind of fun. I felt like I did real work.
So I cut this out of watercolor cardstock, just so people know. And I'm going to do a little bit of inkiness on the background with my Distress watercolor pencils. I am not going to be using peacock feathers, though. I'm preserving this. I will.
Are they ever going to give you peacock feathers by itself?
Well, I have a backup one. I bought a whole new set, so
just for that one pencil.
Yep. But we are going to be using this color a lot tomorrow in class, so I'm going to preserve that, and I'm going to pick a different blue. I think I'm going to do Broken China, actually.
Well, Nancy Lee says we don't have to go to the warehouse sale because we already own everything. That's not the point.
That's true, but it would be nice to see everybody.
I don't ever see people. I saw people at Create. Simon Says Simp Create.
Oh, that's a bummer, Melissa. Well, they'll probably do it again.
Yeah, if it's successful, they'll do it again, Melissa.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've done it.
Yep.
I think they're also doing a make and take. That's what Nancy's going to do when she's there, is the make and take.
Yeah, and if you are going, Kelly, I think they've been communicating this, but don't go early, because it's going to be very hot, and she doesn't want everybody getting heat exhaustion waiting. So
yeah, there's times
right.
tickets, so there's no sense.
Don't go early. Yeah,
before your time. You'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, you're just gonna get hot.
Also, I don't think they're gonna kick you out if you go over the next time a little bit. So
we say stay all day, because we're not.
Yeah, we're not there. Sorry, guys. I'm sure the building has a capacity, so let's not go crazy. But
just tell them the East Coast Fawnies told you to stay there all day.
You all already know what the options are going to kind of be. You know what's there. You just got to find it. Find what you want. Go crazy. All right, here's my plan so far.
Oh, look at that.
The yellow sky and a pink frame. I'm going to go ahead and put it on a card base, because that's what I do.
All right, I'm so bad at actors and actresses' names. I had to go look up Donald Sutherland, but now I recognize him. I know who you mean, Libby. That's sad that he passed away.
Isn't that the guy from the Hunger Games?
I believe so, but don't ask me, because I'm really bad at that. That is not my strength in the world.
Oh, somebody had their second cataract surgery today.
Ooh.
So you're going to be seeing great tomorrow.
Yeah, you are. You're going to be able to craft all the things.
I know. I used to work at a eye doctor's office, and when they would come in post-op for cataract surgery, people would be like, I had one man say, I didn't realize that my bathtub was white.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Wow.
his cataract made it look so yellow.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize it was white.
It's so funny that Instagram live that I did recently, I wore my glasses because I wear glasses for distance, mainly like when I'm driving at night or if it's rainy. But I put them on because I wanted to be able to see the comments, and I was standing far away to show the new crafty gear. And I got so many people, oh my gosh, you look so cute in your glasses.
How long have you had to wear glasses?
Well, I mean, I've had prescription sunglasses, gosh, before Chris and I were together, and we're celebrating 12 years next month. So, but I've noticed probably in the last like 2 years, really, really wanting them when it's night and when it's raining. But I don't wear them all the time, and I don't need them for close. Like, I'm not at the reader's stage like Kelly is.
Oh, we'll get there.
It was just funny when I first wore my prescription sunglasses to the beach, like the beach that we go to all the time. And I'm like it's the coast of the Cape, like where I sit all the time. And I remember I was sitting there, I think probably with my friends Jen Nickerson and 27. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was there, or that like things off in the water. They were just like,
I could not.
Well, I didn't know what I was missing. And now, like, Chris has contacts, but sometimes I can even see stuff better than he can with my sunglasses, my prescription sunglasses.
All right, since you didn't give me green in my color palette, we're going to have mermaid grass.
Well, we talked about that.
I know, but even if I didn't think yellow and blue,
I kind of didn't. Am I breaking the rules because I used broken china?
Well, it's still blue.
Okay, I wasn't thinking about that. I probably should have used peacock feathers.
I mean, there's no police. There's no rules.
All right. Well, I don't want you to be policing me.
There's no craft police.
Just checking. All right. So now I'm going to use the peekaboo backdrop. Hi, Yuko. Yeah, we chatted about the live last night earlier in this live. And yes, I was watching and I saw I got a shout out, or heard I got a shout out. Leaves look great with glasses.
Trees, see all the leaves on the trees. It's a crazy concept. Well, I've been wearing glasses since I was in the fifth grade.
Oh, wow. I wore them a little bit in 5th grade because I was getting headaches, but it didn't really.
It was 5th grade. Yes.
It didn't really help me, so I stopped.
I was at the back of the room and I could not see the board. And my mom was like, "You don't need glasses." I was like, "Yes, I
do." So, Carrie, the color combo is basically brights. And what I showed on the swatch that I made for the voting was bubblegum, merman, sunflower, and a purple. I can't remember which purple I color dropped from, but a purple.
Those are not what I pulled out. Not that I'm using them. I have guava, sunflower, grape jelly, and mermaid.
See, it's okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
I very rarely use mermaid. I like merman better.
Which is shocking considering.
Well, I know, but I like the teal of merman better. It's brighter. Mermaid has a little bit of gray in it.
I use both. I'm not What's that? Oh, they did not. Zoe Deschanel picked a lawnfawn as one of her favorite gift items in a gift guide in People magazine. That's what they were talking about.
Yeah.
So the pictures of the product were in the magazine.
Yeah, People magazine.
And I feel like, which Kelly did not say, so it could be wrong. I feel like somehow she got her hands on it because of Kelly's brother, maybe?
Oh, maybe. That could be.
I don't remember exactly. Because he's in the movie Hollywood business. He's a director, if you didn't know.
All right, I'm pulling out some more purple. I just want everybody to know.
Who are you?
Well, I'm trying to follow the color palette is who I am. And I don't want to use pink for this part.
Oh, these people getting glasses. They cried over how many leaves the trees had.
Wow.
I mean, if you slowly can't see and then you can all of a sudden see.
No, this was more like
I get it. I mean,
when I first sat on the coast of the Cape, I didn't know what was out there. So I didn't know what I was missing. And then when I got my prescription sunglasses, I was like, oh. Oh, I guess I could put a little pink in this, but no, I'm going to keep it. Purple.
Now I want to make a sentiment, but I'm going to use a different stamp set for my sentiment. Because, well, okay, this one has little bitty sentiments, teeny, teeny, tiny. And I want to put it on a banner, and I just think they're too small. So I'm going to use Henry's Build a Sentiment Spring.
Oh, I love that set.
And then I'm going to put it on one of the new sentiment banners with the stitching because they're awesome. Is it bad that one of my favorite things from the summer release was some sentiment banners that have stitching on them?
I can't believe it took 13 years to have that.
Right? Like, wow.
Lawnfawn is like the queen of...
Like, how did we not have these before?
Right.
The only thing I don't like about them is that, unlike the other ones, you can't make kind of a custom length banner.
Well, that just means they're going to have to come out with another set with more sizes.
With more sizes.
By the way, that was not a secret because that's not happening.
That's
as far as I know. That's just East Coast Fawnies over here dreaming the dreams.
Oh, someone hated their glasses and would bury them in the backyard and tell their mom that they lost them.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's very clever to bury them in the backyard. I mean,
yeah. 5th grade was hard for me because I got glasses and braces, so it was not fun.
I love it. Melissa says she's gotten so many compliments on her drip rainbow card from Create With Us. I love it. It was so fun for me to see so many of you guys kind of, I know, get out of your comfort zone a little bit and do those backgrounds with me. And if you guys didn't know, we do these free mini Create With Us classes. They're right here on Lawnfawn's YouTube channel. And you can still watch the replays, and there's downloadable handouts, and they're a lot of fun.
Let me see if I can find a link.
I like how Stephanie is trying to get us to tell secrets. But Stephanie's asking, do we know if Lawnfawn will come out with sticker labels for the ink pads?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say that's just not in the plan right now.
That's not in the realm of anything we're thinking about. I just make my own. With this little dot.
Yep. Same here. Little dot.
I forget what they're called. Let's see if I can find the package.
They're like for typewriters or something.
Color coding labels. This is
that's exactly what I use.
stamp the ink on it and stick it on there and then make a label with my label maker.
There also is no immediate plan for another card kit right now. They've got some fun stuff they're working on, but not the things that you guys are mentioning.
I forgot what I was going to do now. Oh, this. Oh, I was looking for a link. That's what I was doing.
Oh, for Create With Us?
For Treat Cart. I was going to look for the link for Treat Cart.
So I'm going to put this frame down, and then I'm going to paint on some grass. That's what I'm going to do.
There's a link for Treat Cart.
Thanks.
It's definitely out of her comfort zone. Well, you should take Jen's other distress classes and you'll be out of your comfort zone too. Speaking from experience.
In a good way, though, not in a scary way.
No, it's not bad. Not at all. I'm just saying it will force you to do something you don't normally do.
If you're going to be out of your comfort zone, you might as well be out of your comfort zone where somebody is guiding you.
Yeah, and in the pencil class, well, I guess all of them, we didn't really make anything. We just played. Like we did.
We accomplished nothing.
Well, I didn't want to say it like that, but
no. When I teach technique classes, we don't make finished products or projects.
I made a finished product.
You can later, but when we're learning.
Because I was a bad student and I quit listening and I just made something with what I've been working on.
But when we're learning techniques, I like people to be able to concentrate on the techniques and not if the outcome is going to come out perfect. That's why I do that way.
Well, someone ran over their first pair of glasses with a lawnmower, but doesn't sound like that was on purpose. They weren't very useful after that.
Oh boy.
Was that a ploy to get out of ever having to mow the lawn again?
That would work.
I mowed the lawn crooked the first time I ever mowed, and my dad was like, "Nope, you're done.
You're done.
It's not straight enough. You don't get to do this anymore."
I think it's funny that Chari did something crooked.
Well, you don't know my dad.
Oh, he's even more of a perfectionist than you are?
Yes.
Thank you. Someone said Jen is a great leader for getting you out of your comfort zone. I appreciate that.
The other thing I incapable of doing right, according to my dad, is painting like the cut-ins, like the edge.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
He's a particular kind of guy. It's the engineer in him.
Did you guys all see how my dad dries his antique car? He used the leaf blower.
Oh, yeah, dries it. I thought you said drives it. I was like,
no, dries it. It's actually quite clever, so there's no spotting.
Did he wash it?
Yeah, he washed it because he drove it down from New Hampshire, and then we're still a little bit into our pollen season here on the Cape. So he washed it, and then he used a leaf blower to dry it. I thought it was very clever. My dad always impresses me with his MacGyverisms.
Melissa says that she kept telling her mom she needed to wear glasses, and she thought she wanted them just to be cool. What teenager thinks glasses are cool? That was what I said. My mom was like, "You just want them because your friend Emily has them." I'm like, no.
No,
I can't see the board.
All right,
I wear contacts, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I wear contacts. That's why you never see me wearing glasses.
So you use teal for your grass?
Yes, I have mermaid grass. I mean, you do you. Whatever you want to do.
I feel like I'm going to break the rules because if I try to paint
painting skills.
If I paint grass on here in teal, everybody's going to think it's the ocean.
You know, it'll be fine. Nancy says she met me when painting the lawnfawn booth way back in 2012, and I paint with great skill.
There
Thank
you
Nancy.
go.
And tell my dad that. No, I'm just kidding.
I wonder if Nancy's ears were burning before we went live because we were chatting about her, and that's why she's here today.
Were we chatting about her?
I was.
Or? Oh. I mean, when I first saw her name, so I said happy birthday. I forgot to tell her that yesterday when we had our meeting.
I was sharing that whenever I have a lawnfawn deadline and I accomplish something, I feel like I'm ahead of the game, and then I realize like 3 other things I forgot. And it involves it's involving things that Nancy needs. So
it was in love, Nancy.
Yes. Oh, totally. Nancy's so patient with me.
We're sorry. We're always behind.
Yeah, we're sorry that us East Coast Fawnies are such, I don't know, pains in the butts. Mary, oh, thank you. Mary said, I think whatever color you use, it's okay as long as it's bright. Now, see, Mary's stamp is not Mary. I'm trying to,
It's not?
No,
you mean not Mary, you know?
She came to my art retreat and she was at Lawnfawn Soiree, and I'm forgetting her first name. I'm forgetting. It's escaping me, but I see your face.
I see your face.
Well, no, she's really nice. I'm just having a brain fart right now.
Don't hold it against her.
No. Well, it's hard with screen names and everything. Like,
all right. I'm adding some images.
That's right, Melissa. I met Melissa at Stamp Fever when I taught there.
Oh. Jen gets to the East Coast or West Coast for more fun things than I did. Usually for me, it was a trade show.
Because I would go to the trade show and then I would go back to the West Coast. Or when it was in Anaheim, I would stay there and teach at Stamp Fever. I'm quite impressed with my grass, I have to say. It actually almost looks like I'm using the lawnfawn stencil.
What did you cut
it
with?
Is Mary.
Did you just draw it?
Yeah, I just freehanded that. You can see it in the replay.
I should hire you.
Thank you, Mary. I'm confusing you with somebody else, though. Somebody else's screen name. Never mind. My brain is short-circuiting right now. Don't mind me. Yes, Mary and Beth. I know.
She's had a week.
I know.
The next Lawnfawn release is in August.
Yes. And it is fall, holiday, and winter.
And that same person is going to combine a bucket list of Cape Cod visit and Jen's class and come see you sometime. Melissa Baskin.
Oh, yeah. Melissa's just above me. She's in Nova Scotia, I think. That's a different Melissa. The other Melissa is Melissa Miller, who was talking about me being at Stamp Fever.
Yes, there's 2.
Yeah, but Melissa Baskin,
right to each other.
Melissa Baskin, I think, is in Nova Scotia. She's right above me.
Oh, and Brienne's going to come see you too, apparently.
Yep. It's going to be the first ocean that she sees is with me. It's only fitting. Although it won't technically be with me because she'll see the ocean as she's landing in Boston. But she might most likely have her eyes closed. So, knowing Brienne.
Jen wants everybody's firsts.
Well, it's special. I mean, look at your lobster roll. You're never going to have as good of lobster rolls as you had here.
No, but I want one now.
That's my way of getting you back. Well, you and Matt have to come back anyway so you can see our new home.
Yes, and my husband already wants to go back to Boston.
Good. Perfect.
He's a history-loving person, for those who do not know.
I loved all that, too. It was fun for me to be like a little tourist with you guys. I'm really impressed with my grass, in case you didn't know.
It's impressive. I'm
It's
impressed.
almost like literally like lawnfawn grass.
I'm gonna have to get
Bye,
some
Stephanie.
more.
See you at Beachcomber tomorrow.
I'm gonna need some more
Oh my
foam
gosh.
squares.
Libby, that would be amazing. As I'm choking. She's gonna drive
okay?
and pick. She's gonna drive and pick up Brienne and bring her to Crop on the Cape.
Oh.
I'll stop talking for a second.
Where does Brienne live?
In Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I owe Libby a thank you card. She says I need to send this card to her. I owe a lot of people thank you cards, actually. Okay.
I owe people cards, just in general.
Just in general. All right, let's see what we have going on.
I'm the card maker that doesn't send cards, so sorry.
Let's see here. Well, I probably should dry my grass a little bit before I put my images in there.
Brienne lives not on her way to Cape Cod. No, yeah. Not really.
No, it's not on the way to Cape Cod at all. I'm just proud of myself. I finally remembered it's Indiana, because if you live, well, if you're me, the middle of the country gets very confusing. Like, because in New England, we're just very, like, focused on where everything in New England is.
I would say that's also the same.
I think it's a coastal thing. However, yeah. You're West Coast,
however,
East Coast.
I feel like this past year, I'm way more aware of where things are, just because we're planning a trip to South Dakota, and I've looked at the map a lot.
I've looked at the map a lot.
Well, and, you know, I just went to Missouri, and so I'm kind of more aware of where those things are. You know, Kansas, Missouri, South Dakota, all that.
Well, I used to say Brienne
in general, I would be like, those, I don't know, it's just somewhere over there.
I was going to say, I used to say Brienne used to live in one of those I states.
Oh, which is clearly not true.
Well, it is.
Oh, it is true. Sorry.
She lives in Indiana. It starts with I. Libby says she has zero idea why I owe her a thank you card. Libby, okay, if you guys don't realize, Libby does not like to ship things at all. Like, at all. So, she actually doesn't like to ship things so much so that she offered to give me her shipping labels that she just doesn't want anymore. And at the same time she shipped me those, she sent me a box of really awesome mermaidy things for me that she's been collecting for probably a very long time because she doesn't like to ship things. So that's why I owe Libby a thank you card.
Thank you card for labels.
Well, for thinking of me with the mermaid stuff.
Somebody says, if I go to South Dakota, I need to go to Firefly Farm in Minnesota. I don't really think those are as close together as...
Yeah, it's... Well, again, I don't know. It could be next door. It literally could be next door for all I know.
It's... I mean, I know that... I don't know. It's closer than North Carolina.
I feel like I need something else for this card. Well, maybe not. Once I do some trails... and such.
Oh, see, Mary Stamp was in North Carolina this spring. Where were you at? And yes, Melissa, we're going to see the big heads in South Dakota.
Will this look stupid or cute if I put the butterfly on the bunny's nose like this? Let me know in the comments as I stamp some trails. It does look stupid?
No.
Oh.
Did you also use stitch clouds in your background too?
Yes.
I promise we did not talk about this. I should have gone with my first idea.
Oh my gosh, Chari's almost done her card and I'm not. Everybody's going to leave me. I'm feeling the pressure. I feel like everybody's going to leave me. Chari's just going to be like, bye.
Some glitter.
Chari's gonna be like, bye.
Well, okay, the states of South Dakota and Minnesota are next to each other. However, we are basically driving the length of South Dakota during this trip, so we're not going to go any further out of the state because I'm going to a class in Sioux Falls, but we're going early in Rapid City, which are on the opposite end of the state. So it's going to be a lot of driving.
I like it. It looks stupid cute.
Okay, well that's
don't worry. I'm gonna fill in this gap. I got some trails to do and some sentiments to do.
And Robin's going to Concord, North Carolina in October. Well, that's a little closer, but that's still 2-hour drive. That's in the flatlands.
Well, I guess my sentiment better be fluttering by to say thank you since I'm sending this to Libby.
I was gonna say, you said you owe her a thank you card, but is your sentiment gonna say thank you?
Well,
it is now.
It is now, but I think it needs to be in purple ink, so I gotta wait to stamp it.
Oh, now people have me going from North Carolina to South Dakota, but also going to Colorado to give Scout some scratches.
I love it.
Scout is staying with her Nana.
Oh my gosh, Melissa, you've been to every state but North Dakota? That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Like every state? Really?
My grandparents went to every state except for Hawaii.
Oh, hi, Lisa.
They drove to Alaska.
I didn't see that Lisa was here. My friend Lisa, who kits her little butt off for me. With Brienne and Heidi.
Better you than me.
Ton. Yeah, better all of them than me.
I had to kit for one class for myself, and I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, Melissa said, not East Coast. We got to call them East Coast Melissa and West Coast Melissa. But
okay.
Melissa Miller is West Coast and Melissa Baskin is East Coast. But she said she just looked and she's only a 10-hour drive to Cape Cod. Well, if you live on the East Coast, that sounds like a really long drive. But if you live in the Midwest, that's like a hop, skip, and a jump.
Someone said they lived in North Dakota, so you didn't miss anything.
Oh my gosh. Brienne says you should make it say fluttering by to say thank you for owning the most shirk merch and send it to me. And then Libby screamed, Brienne Loveland. That was pretty clever, Miss Brienne.
Danielle, we were actually just talking about you earlier, moving to North Carolina.
Oh, I couldn't remember which Carolina. That's my other problem. The Carolinas confuse me.
That's rude.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know you live in North Carolina, but when I'm talking about the Carolinas, like somebody else I know lives in one of the Carolinas and she's very close to me, but I often forget which one it is.
Which Carolina do you live in?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I assume, Danielle, you're going to the ocean in North Carolina, which is definitely not near me.
Oh, looks like East Coast Fawnies are going to Sweden to see Helene.
Oh, okay. Never been to Sweden.
Brienne's sassy today. Libby, that just broke my heart. All of New England is the same to you? Oh, girl.
It's because you were talking bad about the Carolinas. That's too close to Libby.
Girl, I'm sending you some reels after this, and you better watch them all. Liz says the only states that confuse me are Vermont and New Hampshire. Well, Vermont is very hippy dippy and very laid back, and New Hampshire is live free or die and a bit more conservative. And New Hampshire is my home state. So there you go, Liz. You'll never forget now.
I don't think I need to add
Vermont
hearts.
is Ben and Jerry's, and New Hampshire is Jen Shirkus.
Keep wanting to add more hearts, but maybe not.
Can you toss some of those hearts my way?
You can see I have quite the little collection of hearts here.
I wonder, actually.
It never fails, though. I keep all these in my drawer, and I always can't find the size and the color that I want and have to cut some, usually.
I guess it was fun that we kept the screens in a quad like this. Nobody seemed to be like, I can't see what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. I hope people are going to share their cards with us, or their coloring, or their organizing, or whatever. Vermont is very hippy dippy. Oh my gosh, my former mother-in-law got married there naked in the mountains. West Coast, Melissa said. That's hilarious.
She says she needs to know how to tell them on a map.
Oh, New Hampshire is a triangle and Vermont is an upside down triangle.
Oh, and someone bought the Hearts and Stars skinny tag because of me. My job here is done. Actually, that die was made because of me. Because I kept using the little hearts in the, what was it? There's an old die. The journaling card had a little hearts, and I would use them constantly.
The stitched journaling.
And Kelly really wanted to retire that die, so she made the one with the Hearts and Stars so she could retire it, but I still had hearts to use. So,
all right. I didn't do any pink.
Yeah, just make, so see Mary stamp. I will take, like, here's a good example. This piece of scrap paper here. And like I would use my hearts and cut the solid pieces out and just put them in my drawer and then throw this away instead of holding on to it. That's usually what I do with scraps if they're big enough to cut hearts out. And then I always have hearts. She says she has a dish. She wants to make a dish of guava hearts because of me.
Oh, I have lots of dishes. All my pinch bowls from Firefly Farm.
Oh, someone likes the quad cam because it looks like the backdrop I use. That's really fun. That's cute. Danielle, I live in the mountains of North Carolina. So I live in Asheville. She says she doesn't know where in North Carolina I am, but her husband's family has a lake house not in Asheville, and they visit too and love the area. Yes, I basically live near the Asheville airport. So if you ever look on a map, that's where I'm at.
All right, I guess this is the difference between having a sketch and not having a sketch is everybody's now waiting for me. I'm really feeling the pressure.
It's okay. I didn't do any like inky things, so I'm just gonna read comments. You're fine.
I'm almost done.
We had no idea how long this would take. Actually, it's not too bad. We're only at like an hour and a half. So
okay, all right. I'm getting close.
So
I'm getting close.
More love for the Hearts and Stars tag die.
Oh, so what I was going to show everybody what I do, and technically I should have a magnetic board in here, but I have my heart and tag die in a stamp pocket, and then I have a clear bag in there where if I cut extra bits, they kind of all just go in here.
Here's my extra bits. Let me pick them up out of the drawer. I'm probably going to drop something.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. It's an egg holder.
Oh, that's cute.
My drawer beside me. So here's hearts. Here's glittery hearts. I mean, sometimes they mix in bingle stars, and then like the little fishtail banners. Because when you cut a bunch of colors, you end up with all these extra pieces.
Right.
This one's got leaves. Now, I must say I keep all these, but the ones I use the most are stars and hearts. I do use the clouds a lot. I have a lot of, this is a confession time here, a lot of the teeny tiny cloud. because Jen needed to borrow my dye one time, and I was afraid I wouldn't have clouds. And I just
out
put
of
a million
spring showers.
So
That's hilarious. You were really panicking. You were really
I
nervous.
was.
You were going to be without it.
Not my clouds. Not my clouds.
It was
Hi,
faster
Lori.
for me to get it from Chari than to, I mean, I think something was going on at lawnfawn headquarters. So I was like, can you just send me yours so I don't have to like send them a panicked email?
Brienne went to an Irish pub in North Carolina, had Butterfinger cheesecake, and she will think about it forever.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
And Lori was busy, forgot to set an alarm. Well, you can watch our shenanigans in replay, Lori.
Oh, Babs is still here. Did she ever tell us if she's stamping today? I missed it. All right. So now I just got to attach everything.
Somebody worked for Biltmore, now works for Disneyland. Somebody said something else up here. Danielle's going to be closer to South Carolina border, an hour north of Myrtle Beach. So my map's not in here.
So Danielle,
we have a map of North Carolina above our couch, and Matt and I, when we talk about things on the coast, we'll turn around and look at it. And I just did that, and obviously I'm not in my living room.
So Danielle can pick up Chari on her way to driving up to Crop on the Cape.
I really don't think that's on the way at all.
Oh.
This is why, like, I know I've said this before, but maybe not on a live publicly. Like, I've never been to the North Carolina, I've been to the coast, but I've not been to the Outer Banks. I've never been to the Outer Banks, even though I've lived here my whole life, because it takes so long to get there from where I live. It is faster to go to South Carolina beaches for me.
Babs, I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, not feeling well.
She had surgery.
So I've been to Wilmington and I've been to Beaufort, but I've never been to the Outer Banks. One day we'll get there.
Or you could just come to Cape Cod.
Or what can't I do both?
I'm just saying, if you're craving going to the beach, you should just come to Cape Cod.
No, it's more of a wanting to go to the Outer Banks, because in North Carolina, when you're in school, you learn North Carolina history, like 2 years that you're in school. And so it would just be nice to go out there.
I know.
My husband's been out there. He went to college much further east in North Carolina, so he's been out there, but I have not.
I'm just teasing. Gosh.
Myrtle Beach is on the coast. It's not. Myrtle Beach is only 4 hours away.
I'm trying to figure out.
Myrtle Beach 4 hours away. Charleston is 4 hours away. It really is. We can drive from Asheville all the way down to Hilton Head, which is almost Savannah, Georgia, in 4.5, 5 hours.
Babs says we're the highlight of her drugged up day. For the context, she had surgery.
Lori is pointing out it is Beaufort, South Carolina, and it is Beaufort, North Carolina. They are spelled the same. They are pronounced differently. I have been to both. But that is correct. They are pronounced differently. Beaufort is South Carolina. Beaufort is North Carolina.
Man, I really hope Libby appreciates this card when she gets it.
And Marcy asked me if I've been to Biltmore, and yes.
Oh my gosh. Matt and Chari go to Biltmore like 5 times a year.
We have season passes, and we went when you are in school, usually you take some field trips because you study North Carolina history. My great uncle used to work there, and my grandparents would take us. One time he was running the elevator, so we got to take a ride in the elevator, which you don't normally get to do unless you are, in a wheelchair and need the elevator instead of the stairs. So that was fun.
Cool.
Matt, my husband, worked there for a little while when he got out of college. He liked it. He just, it didn't pay as much as he wanted it to pay.
That is the problem.
He was a host, so he stood in the house. He always likes to say, you know, at the end of the day, whichever room you were in, you had to count the things in the room, like count the paintings and
To
count
make sure
things
nobody
out,
stole
to make
anything.
sure nobody took anything. Not that anyone could take anything out of there without it being really obvious.
Thank you guys. I feel like you're all cheering me on. So like
I realized that I
I'm the
moved stuff
last one in the race, and they're all
off
cheering
the
me on.
screen, and I never put my card back on screen. I'm just sitting here reading, talking.
I love it.
We have season passes, Lori, because it costs so much money, because we realized last year that it would cost us so much to get a season pass if we ever let it lapse that we've just decided we're never going to let that happen. Because it's a lot of money. We usually go for Christmas and see the decorations. There's a Chihuly exhibit there right now, which we need to go see. Have you ever seen Chihuly stuff, Jen? The glass, like swirly glass.
I don't think so.
It's really pretty. We went to the Chihuly gallery in Seattle, and there's also been a Chihuly exhibit. Yeah, it was really awesome. And there's been a Chihuly exhibit at Biltmore before that was in the gardens and in the house, and it was really cool. And we went during the day and at night because they light them up at night, and they're really cool looking. This is in a new exhibit facility that they built, so it'll be a little different.
I think if I send this to Libby, I'm not putting it on a card base.
It's just going to be a postcard.
That's just how I roll these days. Josie, don't listen. Josie helps get all my cards ready that I sell for Cards for Charity. And so she knows how often I don't put things on card bases. I think everything's attached. Yay, I did it.
Yay.
Oh, wait. I was going to add a couple hearts. If I have hearts.
You have no pink.
I know. That's what I just said.
You better work on that. You have no hearts? You can cut some hearts. We can wait.
You can wait. All right. All right. I want to. Shari's like, Chari will always wait for tiny hearts.
For tiny hearts. Tiny hearts and stickles. I think you probably all know.
I know. Chari can't stick her finger on her card right now, but I can on mine.
I can. I've actually stuck my hand in it maybe twice while I've been sitting here just moving stuff around. I'm like, what's wet? Oh, that.
So Chari and I didn't really talk about this, but I imagine we'll both take pictures of our cards and post them on our social media. I don't know, maybe. Do you think we can also post it on lawnfawns?
Yes, I think that would be. I have the power. I can do that.
I was going to say, Shari's an official employee, so I look to her for if we can do something or not.
I mean, I can ask permission, or I could just do it. I'm just kidding.
Lori.
I think it would be fine. I think that it would be good to show what we did in our live. You know, we have our little graphic for the live on the Instagram grid. It'd be nice to show the product of what we did today.
I agree, Chari. Finish telling the story. Okay.
Oh, Libby says she's going to have to mount it on a base once it arrives. So she can display it.
Listen, put some double-sided best ever craft tape and stick it to your wall and call it done. I'll even send you some best ever craft tape. I'll stick it to the clear bag.
Oh, Team Stickles for life. Yes. Correct. I have some other people that have seen Chihuly. It's really pretty glass.
Yeah, now that you said it's what you guys saw in Seattle, I remember when you guys posted.
Yeah. think Jennifer and Christina just went there too. I was on Christina's Instagram stories because they went on an Alaskan cruise, and I think they went there before they came home. We loved Seattle. It was awesome.
I used to go to Seattle all the time.
We went to the market like every day. We just walked.
I'm almost done. I got to put my odd number of hearts on. All right.
Oh, I do have an odd number. I wasn't even counting, honestly. I was filling the space, and then I started putting more, but I ran out of teeny tiny ones in my thing, and so I kind of quit.
So I am going to quickly just put our cards on the screen so people can see them a little bit closer. All right, so there we go. Yay! We did it.
We did it.
This was so fun.
It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I realized my thing was crooked the whole time. My mat no one told me my mat was skewed.
Nobody noticed, Chari. It's all
I know.
good.
I'm noticing. This is why in my videos I'm always like, line it up with the grid.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too.
I say it was a success.
You know, impromptu, casual crafting.
Yeah. And so
with some guidelines.
Yeah, with a few guidelines and maybe a sketch.
Honestly, I like having some guidelines because when you look at all the things, it can be very overwhelming. So
I agree.
To be like, oh, use this stamp set. Cool. I can do that.
Oh, I just saw Joy was here. Yay.
Hi, Joy.
All right. So hopefully you guys, if you played along with us, then of course you can share what you made. I'm trying to bring that info up again because somehow I lost that. I don't know.
I like how Libby's like, I think you should do it again next month.
Oh,
done.
Libby, if you want us to do it again next month, we'll do it again next month.
We'll do it just for you, Libby.
Just for you. After this live, though, make sure you guys just stay right on Lawnfawn's YouTube channel. You can go to the live section and tap the bell, and that way you will be notified when we go live. It's amazing.
July 30th. At the same time of the day.
July 30th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. A few days before, we'll do the polls on Lawnfawn's stories. Now, those are on Instagram stories. You can't vote on Facebook.
If you click on them on Facebook, I saw it will prompt you to go to Instagram.
Exactly.
Is what I noticed. And I think you also have to be on your phone. Didn't we discover that? Because someone was trying to do it on a computer, and it doesn't work on a computer. So you have to be on phone.
You have to be on your phone. You have to be in the Instagram app, and it only lasts for 24 hours. So I understand those are a lot of stipulations, but it's just meant to be fun.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
it's just to give us some things and have you involved too. And since the 30th is on a Tuesday instead of a Thursday, we'll probably post them a little bit earlier, so it's not over the weekend. We'll look at it and see, but a few days before. So that we can vote and get the things. And I liked sharing them so you guys knew what we were doing.
Yep.
And then,
for those of you that might want to pull supplies and create with us. If you do post something that you made with us today, make sure you use that LF Cardmaking Adventures hashtag that you guys can see on the bottom of the screen. Tag Lawnfawn, tag Chari Moss, tag Jen Shirkus. And we'll see you all next month.